Ich war kein Thief, Football Cast, we're here to light the fire. Same facts and stats, you know we never tire. Bringing the heat up, that action won't retire. Busting through the mic, our voices never expire. We ignite the spirit, never fading out. Light the torch, USC fans rise up high. On this podcast, we aim for the sky. Knowledge and entertainment never lie. Together we stand, let the truth amplify.
What's going on? What's going on, Trojan fans? Welcome back to another Light the Torch. Wow, I'm all messed up right now. What's going on, Trojan fans? Welcome back to another live episode of the Light the Torch podcast. All right, guys, it's the post game after USC versus Northwestern. Shut up, B. Jones. But yeah, we have a lot to talk about. I heard you and your sound effects. You didn't have to do that. All discombobulated over here. But yeah, so we're going to be talking about the USC versus Northwestern game. It was a Friday game, and a lot of things could go wrong on a Friday game. And at first, people were I know there was people getting ready to tweet nasty things towards this team in the first quarter, but this team pulled away and did what they needed to do. So let's go ahead and introduce the guys here. So, of course, to my right, we got Mr. B. Jones. How's it going, B. Jones?
Good, man. See, that is how you start a live show right there.
Is it now? Okay. I'll remember that. And, of course, underneath me, we got Guns. How's it going, Guns?
Doing good, guys. Fight on.
All right, and Raul will not be here. He's tending to some family business here, so but he'll be here with us in the chat. Hopefully, maybe we'll see. But so let's go ahead and talk about this, guys. So, how are you guys feeling 2 days after, the USC game? How are you guys feeling after? Have you guys had a chance to watch it back?
I did, man. I want more. I'm ready for Saturday, man.
Are you feeling good with what you saw?
With half of what I saw.
Fair enough. All right, what about you, Guns?
I mean, honestly, I feel good. I mean, 3 points off my prediction for the score. I mean, I'm not expecting this team to really change much in terms of what we've seen throughout this whole year, right? So, honestly, it's what I expected, and we could still win, so.
Yeah. We're still definitely in it. I know some of those pundits on the morning show when they were talking about the two lost teams if they would take USC, and a lot of them were saying no, so screw them. But yeah, we're definitely still alive in this playoff race. But I heard people talking about a 3-loss Texas getting in there. I was like, you guys are really trying to push this agenda of Arch Manning, and it's you guys are not even trying to hide it at this point. You guys just realize that you guys have been found out, and you're just going to go full send with it at this point. But yeah, so 38-17 USC covers the spread at one point. What was it? You said it was a 13.5 spread, Guns?
I think that's where it finally ended up. Yeah, around 13, 14. Yeah.
So they really did not have any faith in our defense, but we covered the spread. Lincoln Riley was in his bag on offense. There was a great run by Mekhi Lemon that definitely was. I wouldn't be surprised if we saw other NFL teams or other college teams pull that one out. So, but yeah. All right, so let's get into this here. Oh, really quick before we move on. Shout outs to the women's basketball. They had a really big game against North Carolina State. North Carolina State's number 9, USC's 18 women's basketball. Jazzy Davidson had a really good game. She started off a little shaky, but then finished real strong. She got the winning points towards the end. So 69-68 was the score, and that was on the road to North Carolina State. So we've seen some an analyst saying who didn't put USC in a top 25, and she admitted that she probably should have put them up there. So it's okay to admit that you're wrong, but just don't be wrong again, or we're gonna have some problems here.
DJ.
What did BJ's fight on? We covered the spread. Yep. But yeah, no. Let's go ahead and get into the offensive or the first quarter here, unless there's anything you guys want to say before we get into this. All right. So first quarter offensive thoughts and grades. We'll start with B Jones. Give us your thoughts and grades, and we'll save MVPs for the third quarter.
I have no gripes about the offense. Everyone played out of their minds. It was great to see Jacoby back in form. Right, we're definitely gonna need that moving forward. Running backs played the butt off. What more can we say about King Miller, man? Like, even I, who got a chance to see him early, man, not expecting all this. I'll be honest. So exceeded my expectations for him. But grade, I'd give him an 8. Yeah. I think was this a first A+ game on either side?
I wouldn't say A+.
No.
Yeah, that's right. Yeah, man, I really have nothing negative to say about our offense. Play calling was great. Shout out to Lincoln, who didn't do bad. He did his thing, man. I have no gripes about his play calling. Yeah, man, everybody executed well. Can't complain. But you keep that going for the rest of the season. Hopefully you keep that up.
All right. And real quick shout outs to our boy Christen here, fellas. Send our boy USCJ your prayers and best wishes his way. Definitely sending our prayers out to you, USCJ. All right, Guns, go ahead and give us your thoughts and grades.
Yeah, prayers to USCJ. For offense, I'd say an A is my grade. Again, this is kind of what I thought we would kind of just have long drives throughout this game. Northwestern defense, they don't make mistakes, right? And so they're not going to give up the big plays, stuff like that, every drive. So we just continue to stay within our lane, basically. And you got to give credit to that interception. Yes, it's an interception, right? And I know we don't want, Jaden to throw picks, but you got to give credit to the defensive line. He recognized that was a screen. He went off the block and did his thing. But hey, shout outs to Jaden for not giving up on the play. Right, you don't see many quarterbacks, laying a hit like he did, and he was able to cause the fumble and get the ball back with the touchback. So, we ran the ball great. We got Jacoby and Lemon to get their confidence a little bit back up, right? Obviously, the last couple of weeks, we're playing some good pass defenses and stuff. So, overall, good day.
Yeah. I'm sorry. What was your grade again?
A.
A. All right. Yeah. If that interception wasn't there, I would give it an A+. But it was there, but it's not his fault. I saw some people who were quick to criticize Jaden for that. It was just a play call. Like he was dumping it down to his to the screen, and the guy made a good play on it. It's not like he made a horrible decision. I saw someone's stream. I'm not going to say who. They're not here, so if you're thinking it's you, Christen, don't think it's you. But there's someone that checked out their stream after the game, and they were kind of really quick to be very critical on Jaden. And that was what the call. That's what the play called for, and so the defensive line just had a great call on that. So, but other than that, though, like Jaden had a great game. Makai got a get right game. Jacoby had a get right game. Like this, everyone on the offensive side really had a get right game at this point. And I think Lincoln Riley kind of made it a point to kind of get the offense back in rhythm, because it was not gonna lie, it was annoying that we started off with like 3 consecutive passes or whatever. But yeah, Lincoln Riley called up the game, and he did a good job. So I'll give it a solid A.
Man, so I almost forgot about that interception, man. I mean, I know Jaden made up for it for sure.
Yeah, like
Absolutely.
he erased it from our memories real quick.
So much that I almost forgot about that. But man, that was definitely for me to play the game. Sorry, we're gonna get into plays of the game. that is my
Dang it, B. Jones.
Yeah, I can't help it. That play right there was just it was everything. I mean, it's the fight in Jaden. You know what I'm saying?
Yes.
He showed that's leadership. He sacrificed his body for the betterment of the team. You know what I'm saying? Like everything about that play is just.
I have a
phenomenal.
question for you guys then.
What's up?
Regardless of the outcome, which was a more heads-up play? Woody Marks at Michigan or Jaden at this game?
Regardless of the outcome.
Yeah, because we know the outcome for the Michigan game wasn't great, but it was still a hell of a play.
Yeah, Woody's was wild.
I'm gonna say Jaden's just because it was him correcting his own mistake.
True.
Well,
Yeah.
Woody
They're
Marks
real close.
too.
Huh?
Woody fumbled the ball.
Was it a fumble?
Was it a fumble?
Pretty sure it was a fumble, or maybe it could have been a tip pass.
Yeah, I think so. I think it was. I don't recall.
Let me try to find it real quick. But yeah, so you're gonna say what is called Jaden's. What about you, Guns?
I'd probably lean Woody, but it's really close. And then B Jones makes a good play, right? Like it was right his mistake, and he might just didn't give up and laid the hammer down. So it was really close.
Okay, never mind. It was a fumble, but it was a fumble from Miller Moss.
Okay.
Yeah. So, but no, yeah. I guess when you put it that way, I definitely think Jaden's is was more impressive because as being a quarterback, I think they said it a lot during the game is the fact that quarterbacks tend to, like, after an interception, they don't really go for the play. They don't try.
Right.
They kind of stay out of the way to not get hurt.
At the most.
But Lincoln Riley, I think he was saying that he was like he was wanting him not to go towards it, but Jaden just like, you know what, screw it, I messed up. I'm gonna go after the ball. So and in all honesty though, like I think that was more impressive because it was a yard before the end zone.
Right.
And the guy was getting ready to reach out. The other guy, Woody Marks, could have just tackled him instead of stripping the ball.
Just strip that ball.
And this
But he
wasn't something that Jaden hit either.
Wait, what?
This wasn't some scrawny defensive back Jaden hit either.
Yeah, no, it was a big, like 300-pounder maybe.
I think that I want to say he was their biggest. So
Yeah.
Wow.
And the fact that they had it also in the end zone and they still couldn't get it too.
Yep.
So I will have to go with Woody, or I mean Jaden.
And that led to points on next drive. So
Yeah,
you know,
that literally could have
Yeah.
been a game defining play right there when it comes for Northwestern as well. Like that could have given them a lot of momentum going into the half. Or
but you know what I think it is, BC?
what?
You know what I think it is though?
What?
I mean, obviously we will see. I think that play right there is going to be a season defining play.
I like it.
Yeah.
It's just, you don't understand like what that does like for the defense to see your quarterback go all out like that. I mean, not just defense, obviously, but you know, even the defense. We get hype off of that. And I actually challenged the defense. Right? Got a challenge for the defense. Because we haven't had a forced fumble on the defensive side in a little bit, man. So we got to double up on Jaden's next game, man. We can't let Jaden be leading in forced fumbles, man, over the last couple of games. So
Real quick shout outs to Christen. Wasn't concerned. I know football and would not say anything that crazy. It was easy to see that D lineman was rushing and got not pushed and piled off. Yeah.
Yeah.
Thanks for the $5 download there, Christen. But But yeah, other than that, like Woody's was impressive though too. But like you said, whether it's a season defining, I think it was definitely a game defining moment for them. It definitely sparked some more life into this defense and really kind of allowed us to really kind of take control. All right, let's go ahead and jump into the second quarter. Unless you guys have anything left for this for the offensive thoughts. All right, going to the second quarter here. Defensive thoughts and grades here. Guns, give us your thoughts and grades.
I mean, yeah. Again, I predicted that we'd give up 17 points. I thought we were definitely going to allow some running plays and whatnot. So all in all, I mean, I thought the defense played to what I expected and what we've seen for the majority of this season. I'll say an A-. I thought the adjustments going into the second half were key. Again, this is 2 weeks in a row we only gave up 3 points in the second half. We've been calling for the adjustments, right? And maybe he was doing adjustments, we just weren't seeing them, right? Now we're finally seeing the adjustments, and so if we can continue that, again, the sky's the limit with this defense and this team in general. So, and then lastly, a shout out to Tamari Robinson. I believe he got his first sack of his season. I believe USC football posted that, but yeah, shout out to him. I know he's had some limited time, but when he comes in, he just goes all out. So shout out to him.
All right, B. Jones.
Yeah, man. Once again, man, it's a tale of two halves, right? A lot this season, but I mean, I'll take it. The better play in the second half, especially if we're only going to hold the team to 3 points. But moving forward, I know we've been saying this all year, but it has to now more than ever improve in run stop. So we have to. Next 2 games, well, let's say this next 3 games, UCLA likes to run as well. But yeah, man, all these teams are pretty much built the same, man. In the Big Ten, man, it seems like every opponent outside of Oregon and Ohio State pretty much built the same. So if we can bring what we brought to Michigan in this upcoming game, I think we'll be just fine. But defensive grade, man, I'll give him a B, man. The first half was just a little shaky. I do appreciate the adjustments. I do appreciate them turning it on and holding them to 3 points in the second half. They actually held them less than what I had them holding. I predicted 24 points. They held them 17, so I think they're playing there. But as far as our run stuff, man, there's still room for improvement, man. It needs to happen.
Yeah. Well, I don't remember what my score prediction was. I know I think I said it's going to be over 30, which I'm hoping I was correct on it. But I'm going to give them I know you wanted to see more a stopping of the run, B. Jones, but they're a team that averages 181 yards a game rushing, and we held them to 130. So I'll count that as a win. So I'm going to give it a A-, I would say, because of the they started off getting a little bit gashed. It wasn't like big plays, but it was just kind of chunk plays. So which is good. Because normally we'd be giving up big plays when it comes to the run game. So it's not like we didn't just give up the easy touchdown. We made them work for it. So I appreciate that. So that's why I'm giving it an A-, because that second half adjustment definitely really was key. And you could see that they were that Danton Lynn was confusing the offense a lot more. He was stacking the box, but then he would drop 3. Like he would start with 6 in the box and then drop 3, and then still get home with the three defensive linemen. So I think he did a good job with that. So Danton Lynn's really kind of showing what we saw last year when it came to the defensive adjustments. And I know a lot of people were kind of upset about his willingness to adjust to the offense. So I think he's doing a lot better in these last 2 games.
So Christen took the words out of my mouth as far as the rebuttal here. You see.
And so, like, either way, though.
Oh, that is the reason, dude. I'm trying to tell you.
But
Numbers,
see,
you can't go.
that's good that our defense was stopping them to the point we could go up to 2 scores. Did our defense not score for us to be able to go up those 2 scores? Because if anything, normally we would just go score for score.
Okay, bottom line is, man, there's room for improvement, man, and we have to see.
There is definitely, like, we always want them to play a full 4 quarters of the same, like, consistently stopping them. But I think we did better than we've done in the past when it comes to, like, teams that were heavy with the run.
Listen, don't get me wrong. I'm not saying. Listen, we definitely have been improving over the last couple of weeks. I'm just saying there's still room. There's still room, and I think we'll happen. I mean, they're getting better and better every game. I think,
that one stop is all that we need, though. So, and that's what we always say: as long as we can get up 14 points or get up 2 scores, that's all we need, and that's what our defense did. Like, there's not really much teams in the Big Ten that can come back from being down 14. The only teams I can see that doing is Oregon, Indiana, and Ohio State. Maybe not even Ohio State, because I don't think they've really been tested that well either. Has Ohio State really had a huge test?
I was going to say Texas.
I don't. Well, Texas's defense is good. Like, they're good. So, but I don't know.
Yeah, Chris has a message for you.
Yeah, Kristen's chirping at you, Guns.
I know. I just said BS to him. Dude, it was bullshit.
All right. Well, anything before we move on to the third quarter, or is there any recruiting guns that you have on your end?
I do have 2 updates for recruiting, but go ahead, B. Jones.
Hold on real quick. Yep. Preston, man, we appreciate you reposting that for us too, man. Shout out to Preston's Paradise. Make sure you guys go follow him on his platforms. The link is in the description.
And Christen, don't forget about Kristen's show, 4th and 9th Victory.
Yep, man, Chris and B. Jenkins right here in the chat. You can find their information down below as well. So make sure you go subscribe to them. And we appreciate that shout out too, B. Jenkins.
All right, let's move on to the recruiting with Guns here. Guns, what do you got for us?
Yeah, a couple updates. So one, it's relatively good news. Tevin Epps, a linebacker out of Tustin, California. He just officially decommitted from Texas. There's been some rumblings about him decommitting. We're, recruiting him. So just keep an eye on that. I'm sure we'll get more information in the next few weeks with him, but it's great to see that he's just, reevaluating his situation. And again, he's a 27 kid. He's got plenty of time. And then secondly is Khalil Terry. So this is somebody that I said that was going to be one of the guys to look out for as a possible commit. Well, there is some predictions flowing for the bad guys, Notre Dame. Sounds like maybe Notre Dame might be getting his services. Again, it's still early until he really commits, and even if they do commit, right, signing day is a year and some months away. So, so it just sounds like Khalil Terry is probably not going to be a Trojan as of right now. So we'll see.
All right. Anyone have any questions for Guns in the chat? Drop the question down. Anything from you, B. Jones?
No, I was saying it's a little bit of a slow start to the 27 class.
Well, like Guns always tells us that it's going to be a smaller class, so
yeah,
picking the best of the best at this point.
Yeah, I still stand on the Duvet Williams being the first guy. We'll see. I was really hoping the Khalil Terry would be our first guy, but this whole news just recently kind of came out, so it's kind of a surprise. Yeah, I mean, that's recruiting, right? You just never know what happens. Things can change in a second.
But as far as our 26 class, we're about 4 weeks out?
Still intact.
Yeah, 4 weeks out, still intact. Not hearing any, rumors on flips. Unless you're an Oregon media guy, they still think Brandon Lockhart's a flip for some reason. Um, we are looking at KJ Ford. So he was supposed to visit Texas Tech this weekend. Didn't happen, but he'll be visiting closer to signing day. It does sound like though Texas A&M, I would say, is in the lead right now. It's what kind of my impression and feeling of his recruitment. They were obviously, in his recruitment prior to him committing to Florida. He still will visit as of right now to the UCLA game. So you just never know, right? We can definitely make it a good impression. He's lived in California, he said. So um, we got some positives there. Just hopefully we can get him away from the Texas A&M, I think is the big piece.
See, it'd be great to get him, but I'm happy with our recruiting class at this point. Like I'm not expecting anyone else, but if someone else wants to join, congrats to them. But we'll welcome you to the team. But right now, we have one of the best recruiting classes that USC's had in history, in a long time at least.
Absolutely.
Polly Walnut says 2026 standing strong. I'm telling you right now, if parents and recruits didn't feel good about the way we're trending, they wouldn't be sticking around the way they are. Can't wait. Yeah,
exactly.
No, like the parents are like they're very solid. They're very close to each other. Like if you go to any of the tailgates from Paul's tailgates or whatever, he always has the parents there, and they're always taking pictures together. They're always talking to each other. So, like, I'm pretty sure they have a group chat. I'm almost 100% sure they all have a group that they all talk to each other and probably talk crap about us USC fans because we're toxic. Which
they're definitely mention UBC is what I hear. No, I'm just kidding.
Yeah. No, I'm for the parents out there. I might be coming out with a video that's mocking USC fans, so just be on the lookout for that. So it's a parody, okay? It's a parody of USC fans and not what we actually really feel, or at least just the common USC fan, at least. So we'll see if I'm confident enough to actually put that out there because I recorded it, but I feel like it's cringy. So
it's subject for review. All right, send it in.
I might show you guys first before I show anyone else. But let's go ahead and get into the offensive and defensive standouts. So I feel like we're going to hear a lot of the same people. So try to stick with one, and then we'll add more to it because I know we can talk about a lot of people right now. So we'll start with Guns. Give us one offensive and defensive standout.
Okay. I mean, offensive, I gotta go Makai Lemon. It's probably the easy pick. Probably the layup of the choices. 11 catches, 161 yards, and a touchdown. I mean, the dude was lights out. As we know every week. Defense, I'm gonna give a shout out to Conley, man. He came in with the injury with Sellis, right? Sellis got a little banged up, and he came in. He just competed, right? He just he got beat a couple times, but man, the dude just continued to compete, right? And that's all I think what we all want to see in every Trojan is to continue to compete. So shouts to him, man. He was flying everywhere, tackling guys, and I'm glad that he was able to get in the game because it's been a minute to see him.
Yep. All right. Defense. Oh no, you already did defense. Okay. B. Jones.
I got one more thing to say. That is told y'all so. As far as Braden Conley goes. So can we have the same person for offensive and defensive player of the game? Because that's both Jaden for me.
Fine. If that's how you want to do it, go for it.
No, but offensive obviously Jaden for me, man. He did his thing out there. Just a big forced fumble, man. I'm still amazed at that play, man. So, but defensive. I gotta go with my man D Nix. Damn it. Well, Christen took it from me first. So don't feel bad. And he moved his showtime up earlier just to get it up. You know what I mean? So, but yeah, man, D-Nix did his thing, man. He's locked down. You didn't hear his name much at all, right? That's what you want out of performers. So, don't get me wrong. Braden Conley did his thing too. Very impressed, man. Very proud. My boy Braden Conley. I'm very proud of our secondary overall. I mean, I told you they're growing by the week, man, and it's looking more of like what I saw in spring that I was boasting all you guys about, man. So if we can continue to play like this, man, we can be a very dangerous team, man.
All right. Okay, so mine's going to be I'm surprised we haven't talked about this, and I hate everyone else that's been talking about this, but I'm going to give a stand-up to Sam Heward for the fake punt, which that was ballsy behind Lincoln Riley. Like, that was on our side of the field. Well, we were on like our 20 or 30 or something like that. I can't recall. But the fake punt, at first I was like, oh, look, Sam Johnson had a really good pass. But lo and behold, we found out that it's Sam Heward, which I know a lot of people want to talk a lot of smack about that. But B. Jones was able to kind of find something that Notre Dame did the same thing last week, but no one talks about that. But it's all good when it's USC, where everyone wants to have their pitchforks up. It's just because we've been advertising him as AD for a while, right? I think what's his name wanted to say that. Rusty was saying that. Like Sam Heward had a really one of the plays of the game, I can say. Like it was to Tindakan, so shout outs to that. And then for defensive, I wanted to say the Carlos, but you took that. So because he had 2 pass breakups. So I guess I'm going to give it to Jakeem Stewart. Jakeem had a really good game too. He definitely had a lot of he had a lot of flashes there. 1 sack for 10 yards, which was a good one. Honestly, it's not like he made the actual tackle. The guy just nearly shit his pants when he saw Jakeem coming after him. So he just fell to the ground. So yeah, shout outs to him, and Cam Crawford had a good game too. So
hey, real quick, what's up with everybody getting that guns today, man?
I don't know. Like they're really coming after you guns. Like normally they're talking.
Yeah, I know, right?
Probably because of the charges going against your Pittsburgh. So we all know that.
I know. Chris
It's
coming at me. Got Jeff coming at me. Shoot, who's next? I'm ready.
Wait, what's the score right now of that game?
3-2.
Okay, because I have the Steelers defense playing right now. So
I think we're over something.
It's been a boring game.
All right, let's do. I already did a play here, but go ahead and do a play of the game. And B. Jones, you can't talk about your play at this point. You've talked about it plenty of times here, so give us a different play. So, B. Jones, give us a play of the game.
Of course, I'm going with Jacoby's touchdown, man. One-handed. To add to his ridiculous highlight tape. I know B. Jenks appreciate that one. But yeah, man, honestly, it's great to see him back to form. You know what I mean? So I'm telling you, our offense is getting better. Our defense is getting better. It's crazy to even think that our offense could get better, right? But with the new wrinkle with Jaden running as well, it's like there's something new every week, man.
Yeah.
And we're only going to get better, guys. It's crazy. I'm talking about years to come. So.
And it's crazy. I would say we're maybe like 65% to 75% healthy at this point because we have so many injuries, and it's just crazy how this offensive line is still doing a great job with protecting Jaden. Because Jaden, how many sacks has Jaden taken this year? Maybe like 6.
Less than 10.
Seems like it's been a low number, I'd say. Yeah. Yeah. So. So Guns, go ahead and give us your play of the game. I mean, just Do you want to do both offensive and defensive? Now we'll just do one per person.
Okay, that's fine. Yeah, I was honestly trying to think of a defense, just couldn't come up with it. Um, my play, and hopefully, Jeff has a nice smile when I say this. It's the Makai Lemon rushing touchdown. Okay, it was a nice play design. Again, we talk about a lot of Lincoln's creative plays, right, and stuff like that. When they work, we don't say much. When they don't work, we obviously love to say something. Obviously, I understand the rain uh, play and all that, but I'm just saying in general.
You're Chris.
But yeah, I thought that was a nice play design. So.
All right. Well, I already had my play. I would say that what is it called? The fake punt was definitely a good one. But that one-handed, like, was it one-handed? I'm not sure if it was really considered one-handed from Jacoby, but that was a really good play. Like,
It was.
Literally, he had that ball out of his hands within like 0.5 seconds because he knew it was just going to be a 50-50 ball. And that's what you got to do with Jacoby is just throw that up there, make like it's hard to beat Jacoby in a 50-50. So, all right. Let's see here.
Yeah, all good, Jeff. Yeah, we're good, Jeff.
All right, so let's go ahead and talk about our CFE picks here before we get into some of the. We'll drop the link so people can jump in on the call. But Guns, go ahead and let everyone know who's the loser at this point. And spoiler alert, it's this guy right here.
Yeah, I mean this week was I'd say it was brutal for everyone, honestly, just in terms of records. But the winners, it was a tie. Guns and Raul are the winners for another week, 2 weeks in a row, a tie. The loser of the week is BC at 7-15 was his record that week or this past week. And he is now the overall loser. So now B Jones has that off his shoulders and has been sent that over to BC and Minnesota. So we'll see. You got 3 more weeks, and I'm sure maybe we'll do the conference week. But yeah, it's getting close to the end, guys. It's getting close.
See, my issue is I'm taking a lot of risk that you guys aren't. Okay, I take a lot of risks. A lot of risks. Like I was hoping that LSU would somehow pull off an upset. I was hoping that, even though that wasn't part of our
right.
But did I pick CU?
Yep.
God damn it. Juju looked good. I'll give him that. I'll give Juju that. He looked good for his first start. So props to him. I'll give him that. But that's I got Vanderbilt at least, right? Did we pick Vanderbilt?
We all did. Or yeah, we all did. And we got that. Mm-hmm.
Damn.
Yeah.
Well, yeah, we all screwed up with that whole Air Force game.
Yeah, we all picked San Jose State. We all picked Virginia. We all picked UCF. UCF. We all picked Washington. Like, there's a lot of games we all lost. Like, it was a bad week overall. So,
but which one really screwed me though? Was it the BYU? I think it was BYU.
BYU screwed you. Obviously the
BYU. You
game.
guys are not supposed to be doing any screwing. Come on.
Yeah. I would say those and you picked Missouri. Yeah, you picked Missouri. So those 3 are probably your worst ones. Yeah.
Like, you guys is just never mind. I'm done picking on BYU at this point, but all right. Okay. So, damn, we went through this real quick here. So let's do this here real quick. Let's talk about that fake punt, though.
Yeah,
A lot of people are talking about it, how it should have been a penalty, and apparently there was the Big Ten has said that should have been a penalty. What are your guys' thoughts about that?
I'm gonna pull the rule up. I have it posted in Discord.
You have it posted in our Discord? Oh, God.
Well, that tweet that I sent in there has it.
Oh, is that from Ryan? Is that what you're talking about?
No, but there's
Yeah, I think it is. Yeah,
Is it
from Ryan Druid or whatever. The tweet.
Diary. Yeah.
Diary. Sorry.
Ryan Diary. So
All right. Let's pull this up here. So, from Ryan Dyrud here, he posted a screenshot, or he says, a perfect example of why fans don't trust the media. The explanation for the Big Ten says that USC could have received a penalty once Johnson came into to punt, not on the original fake punt play. This is now multiple national media members changing the wording incorrectly. So he says during Friday's Northwestern at USC's football game, with 13:58 remaining in the second quarter, 4th and 6, USC number 80 Heward lined up 13 yards in the backfield within a punt formation and completed a 10-yard pass. A second USC 80 is listed on the Trojans roster and punted twice in the contest. NCAA's playing rule number 9, section 2, article number 2 is labeled unfair tactics, with paragraph D stated 2 players playing the same position may not wear the same number during the game. If a foul was identified when A.D. Johnson entered the game as a punter, a team unsportsmanlike conduct penalty would have been assessed, resulting in a 15-yard penalty from the previous spot. The Big Ten will continue to review the situation with both institutions. So, well, technically, he did not punt, so he's not playing the same position. So he threw the ball. He just lined up in a punt formation, which is not an illegal formation. You can line up in a punting formation at any point during the game, whether it's first, second, third, or fourth. It doesn't have to be just a 4th down play. So, like, it makes no sense. Like, he did not punt. He did not play the same position. He did. If he punted the ball, I would understand that.
Yeah, I mean, where do quarterbacks line up? Behind the center, right?
Yep.
Where was he lined up? Behind the center, basically, right? Like, yeah. So I mean, like that, the whole thing is kind of dumb to me. But I mean, at the end of the day, regardless of this whole situation, the fake punt would have still happened. I think that's the thing that everyone's on the same page about. So this whole 15-yard stuff, I mean, that's is what it is for me. But I think that was my big thing. The whole chirp afterwards was like, people were kind of thinking like the fake punt should have been called and not happened and blah, 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 blah. I mean, that still stands. So,
well, if you want to talk about something that should have been called as well, what about that pick play? That Northwestern scored on. It was clearly a pick play. The wide receiver did not catch the ball behind the line, so that was a pick play. And even the announcers pointed that out. The announcers didn't even know about the Sam Heward situation. So if you guys want to call out plays, then call out your own plays too. Just because the refs somehow didn't catch it, if it was supposed to be a penalty and they didn't catch it, that's on the refs. That's not on the Big Ten commissioners at that point. Like, if the Big Ten commissioners want to get involved in a penalty that should have been a penalty, there's a lot of penalties that should be going out there. So they'll be filled to the brim with so many missed penalties that should have been there. So shut the fuck up. James Booker, the Big Ten do not like USC. They don't like really much outsiders that were not originally from the Big Ten, except for Oregon. They think they can ride Oregon to another national championship. So fuck them. Let's see what made the position the play was how well Heward threw the ball. Yeah, like if they didn't focus too much on his throwing motion, no one would have even cared. If they didn't if they would have just like literally RG3 broke down his whole throwing motion, and then they just kept coming to the sidelines to show the punter or whatever, number 80. They just kept coming to the sideline like, oh, wait. And then the announcer was like, oh, that's my former commentator person, Brock's nephew or whatever, and he's going to blow up my phone. And then that's when people really started to kind of do their investigation, their little internet investigating, because they have nothing better to do than try to find something that went wrong.
Hold on. Did everybody know that was Brock Hewitt's nephew?
I think I like maybe one time heard about it, but like I completely forgot about it.
I'm just asking for a friend.
I know what you're insinuating over here, B. Jones. You're like, what? None of us knew who it was, but you did.
Wait, why did you say I wasn't even talking to you? Hey, look. Let's see these, bro. So I'm not the only one who knew that. I just want you to know that.
All right. Okay. So are we done talking about the nonsense that people are trying to spew out there?
I've been done talking about it. It's crazy that there's so much outrage.
Yeah. Why are we still like? Why is that a thing anymore at this point? But all right. We'll go ahead and put the link in the chat. So if people want to hop in and say what they want to say about this, go ahead and hop in with the chat. But if not, we can cut this short 15 minutes early, and we can have that 15 minutes back for us. So, and hopefully Guns and Steelers can help me out here. So far, they still have 10 points because they didn't get the points scored on them, so that's good. Jeff says, let's reform the Pac-12 and make Notre Dame join. Yeah, if we could make Notre Dame do anything, we probably would have made them join the Big Ten a long time ago. But they're too much of wimps. I figured when I saw the spiral. Yeah, the Big Ten commissioners hate us. Well, I don't get why they would hate us, because we bring in more money than half the Big Ten. So,
bro, have you seen all the Rose Bowls we have in our area?
Right.
Yeah, they hate us. What's going on, B. Jenks?
Fellas, what's going on? Appreciate you having me up.
Yeah, of course.
Yeah, man. I kind of figured it out when I saw the spiral. When I saw it leave his hands, I was like, "That's not the punter."
Yeah, he just like, oh,
it was a rope. It was a rope, man. I was like, "Geez, man, when our punter started throwing like this?" He needed.
You can tell in his voice. He was like, "Oh." Like
yeah, absolutely correct, though, man. You know, other teams do the same thing. It's just that, you know, when Lincoln Riley pulled out another genius play, they want to find a reason to question it. Like, who was it? I said that earlier in the broadcast, Notre Dame did it. You had another team that did it, you know, this season. So it's just gonna cause teams to have to be more conscientious whenever they play Riley, man. You never know when one of these trick plays can hit you. But I think it's going to work out to Riley's advantage, because it's going to always cause them to think and be a step slower. One thing you don't want to do is in football is do a lot of thinking, because you think a little too hard, you can miss a tackle. You think you can miss a throw. Responsibility and the flat, like covering the running back. But now that Lincoln Riley has added this element to where he's averaging a trick play a game, and Chris pointed out the same thing. He's like, man, he's averaging at least one trick play a game. So as long as you can keep the other defensive coordinator, the team thinking like that, they're going to always be a step behind.
Yeah, well, like the flea flicker is literally like an average play for Lincoln Riley at this point.
Right. So now what you got the defensive ends holding up, because they don't know when you're going to throw it back to the quarterback. You got the DBs always flowing down the field to make sure that they can cover the receiver. But now what's open now? The middle of the field. For your tight ends. So again, credit to Riley, man. He's genius, and I think that he started running he started running the mob at the right time. You got to remember, even though he's run some at the beginning of the season, not like he has now. So it's almost like he pretty much, in my opinion, held them, kept the reins back until here recently in the last couple of games. Now teams are going to have to find something else out to do what? To scheme for, to defend. That's another element that he got to defend now. And not only is he putting it down running it, he's running over people. You see him run over those two people at the goal line?
Yep.
Yeah.
People over there.
Right.
This one to really start to run with Jaden, but yeah. Shout outs to Paulie. What's going on, Paulie?
Hey, how you guys doing, man? Hey, B Jinx, B Jones, BC,
What's
and
going
Guns.
on?
How you guys doing, gentlemen, this Sunday, man? I got to tell you, the NFL is almost becoming unwatchable to me. Dude, I find myself half the time drooling on my chair or on my bed. I can't stay awake through a game, dude. Trying to stay, I dare you to try to stay. I don't know which one's worse, trying to stay awake during a BYU game or a Texan game, dude. I don't know which one's worse.
Hey, that Bears and Giants game was good today, Paulie.
Yeah, that was a good one, man. That was a good one. But let me just tell you, man. I'll make this quick. I don't want to hold up the line for anybody, but gentlemen, thank you for allowing me to come on here and talk a little bit. But I just wanted to say it was the little things to me that I noticed that I just see us evolving as a team, and I've been saying this till I'm blue in the face, man. I keep saying this over again. There was the one particular thing that stood out to me. It was when Jaden in the middle, right when they lined up. Jaden noticed King was in the wrong position, and then kind of brought him back over, put him in the right spot. Next thing you know, I think that's what King went for that touchdown, right? Or had a big gain after that. But it was just little things like that, man. And then Adversary, he said it best. When, he was talking to Cody and those guys right after the game, and he said, I'm not gonna lie, man, we were a little caught off guard with their physicality. I mean, if you look at the history of Northwestern football, they're a factory for NFL linemen. I mean, look at Slater right now with the Chargers. You look at, I mean, they put out good linebackers. They come and they play, and you're not going to blow you out or this and that, but they're going to bring it all, and they're going to hang around, and they're going to make it tough for you. And for our boys to finally admit, well, we got caught off guard for a little bit. It took us a little bit to kind of figure it out and catch our bearings a little bit and to come back. Normally, man, these young kids probably would have folded earlier in the year, but they've already been battle tested, it seems like. And for them to admit that and to bounce back from that, and they made some key third down stops, man, that I really think were impactful that a lot of people aren't bringing up. But you know what, man, I just, all in all, I'm just proud of the way we're trending, man. We're there. We look like a completely. I'm happy we're at home. We look more explosive at home. Our offense just flows better. But then again, every team struggles on the road in the Big Ten. Everybody looks like crap. But for some reason, everybody always talks about, and we just do it in a little bit more dramatic fashion. There you go, man. But you know what? All in all, though, you saw Desmond step it up a little bit, running, hitting those holes sometimes. But I really hope that we can make this little run here, and even if we don't get, I mean, obviously we all hope and wish that they can make a playoff run, and make it into it. But even them just accomplishing something and going out on a positive note, man, and showing people that we're trending in the right way. I just want us to ball out, man, and really. And I think we did that. We're coming together as a team, and I'm fired up about it, bro. I'm excited. I finally said no more negativity. I'm gonna sit back and I'm gonna enjoy watching my boys play, man. And it made a world of a difference because that's the most fun I've had in a long time watching football, guys. Anyway, you guys have a good night. Take care, man, and thank you always, dude, for the support. To all of you guys, B Jinx, Chris, Light the Torch. You guys know I always try to give as much love as I can to you guys because you guys truly mean a lot to me, man. And so thanks again for everything, guys, and fight on, okay?
Fight on, Paulie.
So Paulie just reminded me, man. I got a little bit of a rant to go on. Make yourself easy. Some of y'all fans on Twitter, I need you to just mute yourselves. Just put your phone down during the games, man. We do not need to know every emotional thought. I'm talking about grown men tweeting out the most emotional things, man, when things ain't going our way, or if they think things aren't going our way. It's ridiculous, man. Some of these tweets. We don't need to know your every thought. You don't. Some things you should probably keep to yourself because you've been embarrassing yourselves during these games, man. To the point where I'll have to mute all the Twitter. Like I have to mute Twitter, all notifications during the games, man, because it gets so ridiculous.
Yeah, no, I literally I put my phone on do not disturb now at this point because I'm tired of getting the tweets and all this other stuff. So I put on do not disturb, and I don't pay attention to Discord. I don't pay attention to Twitter or anything like that. I don't go on it because like I'm tired of seeing all the negativity and all that stuff. So, but what Paulie was saying is that like we've definitely improved a lot, especially on the penalty side. At one point, we were like almost in the hundredth when it comes to the average penalties. Right now, we're tied for 60, or what was it? Fewest penalties. We're tied for 69th or whatever. We're averaging about 6 penalties a game, which started from the beginning of the year was completely like unheard of. We thought we would be like the most penalized team in all of college football, but right now we're just averaging 6, and the defensive side has definitely cleaned up the penalties. A majority of the penalties now are really coming on the offensive side, but not nearly as much anymore. So I'm really happy with the discipline when it comes to penalties, and like we maybe had like that one penalty on Brandon Conley, but the dude made up for that penalty in that next play with a nice 4-yard TFL for that. So shout outs to Brandon Conley for that. So to bounce back from that.
Yeah, I think Lynn is really starting to trust his corners more. I know we're kind of young at the corner position, with the exception of the Carlos Nicholson. And shout out to him, man. That kid is proving more and more that he's able to hold down that side of the field by himself. I hope he continues to stay healthy on the season. We got these 3 games left. Hopefully, we can go out and win all 3 and end up with a playoff spot. But I think Lynn is starting to really trust Sellers, and like you said, brought in Braylon. I noticed that Braden Conley is he's real physical, which is what we need on the outside. He loves the contact, but I wish that they would play a lot more press man coverage on the outside and really trust these guys fully. But I guess that was just a maturation process. He was waiting on them to show somebody for somebody to show that they were willing to take on that role. And now that he found, I believe he's found his 2 for the remainder of the season, I think we're going to see some more looks as far as loading up that box and really focus on stopping the run. Why? Because he could trust his DBs on the outside.
Yeah, definitely. And right now, our pass defense has been getting a lot better when it comes to ranking right now. Like we're 51st in passing yards allowed. I think we were a lot higher than that when we played against Illinois, and now it's getting a lot. We're getting a lot better on that side. Our rushing defense is getting better as well. So our total defense is top 50. So which is better than last year. So there's like a couple outliers like the Notre Dame game and the Illinois, but other than that, like our defense has been doing really well. Besides the teams that can really score. So I really think that besides those games, I think the defense has been getting a lot better throughout the year.
Now, from what I understand, and I've been keeping up with the weather. Initially, it was supposed to be a lot of rain on Saturday, but it looked like it's going to be just cloudy, partly sunny on Saturday, right? The rain is gone. Well, gone as predicted, right?
When we play Iowa, is that what it's supposed to be?
Yeah. It was supposed to rain early in the week. I noticed that they had forecast of rain out there. Well, maybe over the weekend, but now it's showing that it won't be raining on Saturday. It's going to be raining on that Thursday and Friday out there.
Okay.
So,
I mean, somebody could fact that. B. Jones, you could fact check that, but that's what I saw. I pulled it up. I want to say yesterday while we were. I was broadcasting for that Iowa and Oregon game, and the weather was terrible out there. So
What time is kickoff again?
2:30, 2:30 our time. So it'll be 12:30 out there, and I think that's homecoming, right?
Yeah, the sun will be shining. It'll be
Yeah.
6.
So that's another plus. We don't have to worry about having a wet ball. Having the wet conditions out there. A lot of times when you have wet conditions, notice that the players have a tendency to fumble the ball, and that also impacts how the offensive coordinator calls the plays as well. So now that it's predicted to be sunny and dry out there, I expect for Riley to really get into his bag like he's been in his bag the last couple of weeks. Really, he's been in his bag all season long, with the exception of one game, in my opinion.
Yeah, like the only game that I think he didn't really do too good when it came to like those trick plays was probably that Notre Dame game.
Right, and it just so happened to be raining in that game, right?
Yep. So I honestly think that we're starting to get into peak form at this point, further down the stretch, and we're not even fully healthy when it comes to our offensive line. We're not.
Anybody got an update on Reed? How's Reed doing? Jalen Reed, the general.
What did he have? What was it? A concussion or I forgot.
I thought it was a lower body injury.
Okay.
Yeah.
The center, right?
Oh no, that was Alani Noah that had the concussion.
Yeah, it was a lower body for
Yeah, Noah played on Saturday though. Noah had that concussion last week.
Yeah, which I'm surprised that he was able to play that game.
Yeah, short week, yeah.
And but then we also had Killian O'Connor came back in, so I guess he's healthy. He just wasn't like 100% for that game. So hopefully he's back for this Iowa game.
Yeah.
Hopefully both of them are back because we just need that depth. Because right now we're struggling with who's going to be the next center. If Killian goes down, and John Ray Reed's out, who do we have after that? Kalon?
I think it's Kalon Miller, isn't it?
Yeah, it's Kalon after that. But Kalon's been bouncing between the guard and the center position.
It's kind of hard to tell, with the offensive line, man, because of the physical play in this conference. I mean, period. You look across the landscape of college football, teams are losing players left and right. But when you talk about premium positions like the center, the left tackle, any other place along that line, you can pretty much fill in and help out, even if you have to chip block. But that left tackle and that center is so key, especially the center, because he's pretty much the quarterback of that offensive line. So I think it's always good to, when you recruit or even pick up kids at the portal. I said in the offseason that we needed to get another experienced center, but, I think their focus was more so along the trenches and beefing up that defense. But, if you don't have healthy linemen going down the stretch, man, that could cause a problem more so than having a reliable, an experienced quarterback, if you ask me.
Yeah, I mean, we have Kalon Miller who took snaps as our backup center as well. He's prepping to be our backup as well as Michael Willis.
Yep.
I think we got a very versatile offensive line. I think we'll be okay, but I mean, we still don't want to be in that position.
Yeah.
Right. You want your 1A and your 1B ready, especially when you get down the stretch in, like we're coming down the stretch in. Fellas, we got some tough games coming up, man. I'm glad Iowa is at home. I think we play tougher at home. But you talk about going up to Eugene, Oregon, historically we've had trouble playing in the state of Oregon for some reason, since I can remember. Even when we go back to those Pete Carroll teams, he had trouble, playing in the state of Oregon.
Yep. Yeah, it's going to be interesting. I'm glad the majority, the last 3 out of 4 games are at home.
Right. Most definitely.
So yeah, we have Iowa, UCLA, and who else do we have at home?
Those are the last 2.
Those are the last 2. Yeah.
3 games in.
I'm starting to think. I mean, we played in Eugene so much at this point. We might be all right, man.
Yeah, we're familiar with Eugene.
I feel better, to be honest, B. Jones. I feel better now about, going down the stretch than I did, I would say, maybe 3-4 weeks ago. And it's typically because the defense is starting. I believe that the defense is starting to find its groove. again, I think that Lynn has found his combination at the DB. So the only issue that we had was whether or not, my man Kamara Ramsey should be playing at the nickel. I know his natural position was at safety, and he wore the green dot, so you can see the entire defense, right? And to slide him down to the nickel, it's kind of like putting the defensive coaching staff at a disadvantage because they needed him on the back end. Well, I think the most important part was sewing up those corners. Now you can do what you can give different looks along that defensive line and aid in stopping that run. I think that was more important.
Well, Desmond actually wore the green dot in the Nebraska game, actually.
Mm-hmm.
So I don't know who did he wear the green dot for this game or.
My assumption has been the green dot. I'm like, this whole green dot has been throwing me off because people say, like me has been saying it's Ramsey and not, but I don't know. To me, it's been him.
Yeah, Desmond.
Correct. Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
So, Jenkins, you've been asked a question about
your there's a question that we need you to answer.
What's that? Where it come from, Chris? I knew it came from him. What do you say?
He said, Jenkins, BC said we held Northwestern to 130 yards on the ground. How did we hold Northwestern less than their average yards per game?
Forcing them to throw the ball. Typically, that went to any team that is used to running the ball. First of all, again, like we said before on our show, teams don't average 5 yards a carry when they get to us. They, when we play them, they're already averaging 5 yards a carry. So it's not just us that's just giving up these yards. However, over the past couple of seasons, we've had trouble stopping the run. Now, to Chris's credit, we force teams, especially in the Big Ten, who don't have good quarterback play. We force them into doing something that they're not used to doing. So if they come out running the ball, we can't stop it. We may get a couple, 3 and outs, but when we go ahead, we force teams like Michigan to throw the ball, which, don't have good quarterback play. Northwestern, they're not used to throwing the ball. Iowa next week, we get out ahead on them. Their quarterback right now has 4 touchdowns throwing and 4 INTs on the season. So it gives us an advantage when we can get out ahead and force teams into throwing the ball. I don't fear Iowa going down the field, just like I didn't fear Northwestern going down the field. But you get them out of their routine by making them throw the ball, and I think that's what Chris is talking about.
Yep. All right. Anything else we want to talk about before we get out of here?
No, man, I appreciate you guys having me on, man. And I appreciate you guys' support. B. Jones is always stopping by the channel. Raul, YouTube, Blackiechainz, Guns. We got to get you on the channel, man. You got to come by on one of our lives.
Where's Guns at? Oh, he's too busy chatting with Christen in the chat. Right now.
He's chatting with Christen. Yeah, you don't have to stop by.
Sorry. Yeah, I appreciate you, man.
Yeah, but again, man, we appreciate, all of the support that you guys have shown the channel, man. Since we started this season, this is our first year. And, there's only a few channels that, we have a friendship with, a camaraderie with, and you guys are one of them, like the torch. So, whenever I get the opportunity, I definitely shout you guys out on our channel.
Appreciate it, man. Well,
yeah,
definitely go ahead and subscribe to 4th and 9 in Victory, which is Jenkins and Christen's channel. And then if you guys are, if you're subbing to other people, definitely take a look at Preston Paradise and Polly Walnuts. They do a pre-game show on Saturdays early in the morning, around like 8 o'clock in the morning. So definitely check them out. But we're going to get out of here. We'll be back on Wednesday. Maybe we'll have an Iowa podcast on here to talk some Iowa Hawkeye football. But until next time, guys, we're going to go ahead and get out of here. Leave a like, share, subscribe, do all that good stuff. Until then, keep the torch burning bright. And as always, fight on.